What's going on, guys? Balkan Architect here, and in today's tutorial we're going to be modeling a stadium in Revit. Now this is a Khor stadium. I hope I'm pronouncing that right, and it's this cool looking stadium, and I especially like it because it's not like the traditional like circular or ellipse shape. It's actually got these sweeps and it looks really cool, and that's why I decided to model something like this. And I'm just going to be showing you how to use in-place massing to create that sweep shape, and then you can continue on if you want to add some construction elements or something like that on your own. Okay, but before I get started, I would just like to ask you to like this tutorial. It helps me out a lot, and if you haven't already, I suggest you subscribe because I make tutorials like this every day. And if you want to download this project file as well as all of my other Revit project files, check out my Patreon first, link in the description. Okay, so let's get started. Here I am in Revit, and for this I'm just going to be using the architectural template. And when we open that up, I'm first going to be sketching out the shape. Now I don't have the actual site plan, I wasn't able to find it, so I'm just going to be sketching out a basic shape, and then we're going to be using that. Now it's not going to be a proper scale because I don't actually know the scale of the stadium, but you'll get the point how to create that whole shell shape. And then if you have some accurate measurements, you can use that to model something like this. So first, let's go here to the annotate tab, and here you've got detail line, and I'm just going to select that, and here I'm just going to use this line tool and just make one line all the way across like this, horizontal line. Maybe place it like this in the center, then go again detail line and do one vertical line, so something like that. So we've just got the center points of this building or this stadium that we're building. Then go to detail line again and now choose ellipse. So this will give us the shape of the whole stadium, and just go kind of like this. Let's say this is the stadium shape, and this is all the seating, and then there's in the middle there is the game going on. Okay, so once we have this, now we have to do the outer, that sweep shape. So for that, let me just go here to detail line again, go with an arc, and then start from here, go to here, and then just create like this, like a simple arc, then go from here to, I don't know, something like this. So I'm just going to finish it off like that. Then I'm going to continue it off in the distance, kind of like that, and then finally finishing it off over here. Okay, so we've got half of this, so I'm just going to hover over one of the lines, hit the tab key, select the whole thing, go here to rotate, make sure you check copy, go to place for center of rotation, place it here in the middle, and then just go 180 degrees. Okay, so once we have that, we've actually got our stadium shape, and now it's time to start actually modeling this thing as an in-place mass. We've got the basic shape that we're looking for. But before we go into in-place mass, one thing I like to do is I like to just select these elevation markers and just move them out of the way so we can actually see everything from one of these markers. So go back into level 1. Okay, and now let's start modeling. So go here to massing and site and make sure you check this show mass, and then go in place mass. Now here just hit OK. We don't really have to have a proper name. And now we can start modeling. So first we need to set up some work planes. So just go here to reference plane. RP is the shortcut if you prefer using shortcuts. So just do one of those like this. Then go again reference plane from here to here. Maybe extend it a bit over here. Okay, so we've got that one. Let's do one here at the end. And extend it over here as well. Then go one in the middle over here, and one in the middle of the whole stadium over here, perhaps. Yeah, let's say this is the right positioning. Okay, so we've got these 5 reference planes, and now we just need to name them. So this will be number 1, this will be number 2, this will be number 3, this one's number 4, and the last one, yeah, you guessed it, it's number 5. Okay, so once we have these reference planes all named, now we can start modeling our shape. Now, for the height of this whole thing, it's going to be around 4 meters at the edges, so that's just something I'm going to keep in mind. And let's just go here to this east elevation, west elevation, so just go to west, And now, as you can see, we can't see anything. So what we need to do, we need to create some reference planes that are going to help us create this shape or determine the positions for this shape. So what I'm talking about, you probably don't understand, but in a minute it will make sense. So just go here to reference plane and place one like this, and now go back to your west elevation. So we now know where's the position of that end line. So just go with the line, and here go with the set work plane at reference plane number 5, and just make sure you have this draw on work plane checked, and you just go like this. I just like to make it a bit of an angle, and then go like this. Okay, so we've got the first one. Then go back into level 1 and reset this reference plane, so it should go over here from this end to this end over here. So to go again, reference plane, and go from there. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so once we have that, let's go back into our west elevation and go here. We can start from this, or no, yeah, we're starting from this point. Then I'm just going to increase the angle a bit and then go all the way up here, kind of like that for the second one. And of course, I didn't set up the reference plane, so make sure you set it on reference plane 4. Go into 3D. Yeah, it should look like that, so they shouldn't be on the same reference plane. Okay, so now we're back into level 1. Set this back to the center and set this back to this here intersection, so kind of like that. Okay, so once we have that, let's go back into our west elevation and go back with model lines and start from here again. Let's do that sharp angle for this one, kind of like that, and let's continue off towards here. Maybe bring it down just a little bit. Okay, and for this one it should be on reference plane number 3. Okay, moving on to reference plane number 2, so that's this one, and this thing is in the same position, so we just need to move this one over here nearer to the intersection. Okay, once we have that, back to our west elevation, just go set work plane and let's set it to number 2. Okay, go again to the line and let's do just make sure, yeah, it's on level 2, reference plane 2, and again let's do that sharp angle, but let's make it a bit shorter, and then we can go like that. Yeah, something like that. Let me just select this, maybe even a bit shorter. Okay, so around that. Okay, so this makes sense. Let's go into 3D. Yeah, this is looking really good, and let's just do the final one. So go back into level 1, and yeah, just set this work plane to the tip of this whole sharp angle, and this one we can now delete. Okay, go back into your west elevation. Where is it? It's over here. Set work plane, set it to reference plane number 1, and just do the line like that and like that. Okay, just a small line like this. Okay, so, and if I go into 3D, let's see where that, yeah, here it is. Okay, so now we need to connect all of these, so just go and select everything, go create form, and there we go. We've got our cool looking half shape. Okay, so you just go finish mass, and it's going to give you a bit of a warning, but don't worry about that, nothing's wrong. Now go into level 1, go into rotate over here, or just type in RO for shortcut. Make sure you select copy and go place it in the center of this thing, and then just spin it around. Okay, go into 3D, and this is what you get. Okay, so it's looking really cool, and then maybe you can add some materials to it, so just go to masking and site. Now for this, I suggest you use wall command, because for this one, for the upper one, you can actually use roof if you want these two. So just select it, create roof, but you can, maybe you can, but as you can see, it gives you this warning, so you can't really do this part as a roof, so make sure you switch to wall, and then you can just do it as a wall. Let's see, wall, does it work? Oh yeah, we've got a wall there, and here as well. Okay, now if you go into some angle and maybe turn on some shading just to make it look really cool, there we go. So we've got our cool stadium shape in Revit. So there you go, that's how you created this cool looking shape for your Khor if I'm pronouncing that right, a stadium in Revit. Okay, so that's pretty much it for this tutorial. Thank you for watching. I hope you have learned something new about modeling in Revit, and I hope you like these Revit gameplay tutorials where I just show you how to make these cool looking shapes in Revit. Okay, so that's pretty much it for this tutorial. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, like, and share this video. If you want to download this project file, check out my Patreon, first link in the description. Okay, that's it for today, and I'll see you in another tutorial coming to you tomorrow.